Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss some of the important questions that was asked in university exam. So let's see. The subject code is CE 309. So this is a 3-credit course and the main objective is to impart knowledge regarding the availability of water on hydrosphere, its distribution and quantification, to convey the knowledge on the scientific method for computing irrigation water requirements, and to compute fundamental knowledge on reservoir engineering and river engineering. Syllabus includes the hydrologic cycle, precipitation, infiltration, evaporation, hydrograph, unit hydrograph, and soil water relationships, and these are some of the important topics. So this is the mark distribution of each module for university exam. This is the main references: Aurora, KR, Irrigation, Water Power and Water Resource Engineering; Garg, SK, Irrigation Engineering and Hydraulic Structures; Modi, PN, Irrigation, Water Resource and Water Power Engineering; Punmya, BC, Ashok K. Jain and Arun K. Jain, BBL Pandey, Irrigation and Water Power Engineering. So these are the question patterns. Part A contains Module 1 and Module 2 questions. Part B contains Module 3 and Module 4 questions. Part C contains Module 5 and Module 6 questions. These are the assessment methods. There will be daily assessment, module-wise assessment as quiz, assignments, course projects and university question paper answering. Let's discuss some university questions. First question. The average annual rainfall depth recorded at 5 rain gauge stations are 910, 9070, 9410, 810 and 500 mm respectively. If the average depth of rainfall over the basin is to be estimated within 10% error, determine the additional number of gauges needed. So in this problem, we should find out the optimum number of rain gauges, and the equation for that is CV is equal to sigma by P bar into 100, and to find out that sigma, it is root of sigma P minus P average the whole square divided by n minus 1. So to find out this P average, that is the first step, you should find out P average is equal to sum of all the precipitation divided by number of precipitation given, and that is if you sum up all this precipitation, you will get 910 plus 9070, like that. You sum up all the precipitation divided by number of precipitation given is 5, and that is 940 mm. In this question, you are asked to find out the optimum number of rain gauges required. In this problem, only 5 rain gauges are given. So to find out the sigma, standard deviation, sigma equal to root of sigma P minus P square by n minus 1. P minus P bar will be 335.112 mm, and that is CV is equal to sigma by P average into 100, and that is 35.65, and n is equal to CV by E. E is the possible percentage error, that is 10%. You can give the 10 here, and the raised to 2 is equal to 12, and you approximate that to 13, and the total number of rain gauges required for 10% error is 13, but you have only 5 rain gauges in the catchment area, so the additional number of rain gauge required is 8. So this is the method to find out the optimum number of rain gauges. Let's see a question. The ISO height for annual rainfall for a catchment were drawn, and areas of strips between the ISO heights are given below. Determine the average depth of annual rainfall over the area. In this, ISO heights are the line joining the rainfall, the places having the same rainfall. That is, if a line is drawn with 450 mm rainfall and another line is drawn with 1550 mm rainfall, then the area that is falling between these two lines is 1200 kilometers square. So like that, the area that is falling between these two lines is 3000 kilometers square. 650 to 750 is 2800, and 50 to 950 is 1000, 950 to 1150 is 900, 1150 to 1250 is 600. So here first we have to make columns like isoheights range 450, 500. Okay, and in between these two rows we have to write the area that is falling between these two height, that is 1200 in between these two rows. Okay, then the average of the precipitation, find out the average of the precipitation, that is 450 plus 550 divided by 2 will be 500. 650 to 750 divided by 2 will be 600. 750 to 950 will be 850. So like that you have to find out the average of the precipitation. Then multiply this area with respect to the average precipitation. You will get this answer. Then sum up all this. This is 68.75 into 10 raised to 5. Then the P average will be P1 plus P2 by 2 into A, and the sigma of that will be 68.75 divided by sum of the whole area, that is 9500, and the answer will be 723.86 mm. So this is the average rainfall of that area. The respective storm total at three surrounding stations A, B, C are 110, 90 and 70. If the normal annual precipitation amounts at station X, A, B, C are respectively 1000, 1100, 1200, 1250 mm. Estimate the missing storm precipitation at station X. So the question is to find out the missing storm precipitation at station X if the precipitation of A, B, C are known, and the annual precipitation of these four regions are given. So you can use a normal ratio method to solve this problem. So to find out that Px is equal to the formula is Px by Nx is equal to 1 by m into P1 by N1 plus P2 by N2 plus P3 like that Pn by Nn. So Px by Nx, that is the precipitation of that unknown station, divided by annual precipitation of that region, that is Nx, is equal to 1 by m, where m is the number of non-station, that is 3, into P1 by N1. So the precipitation of A divided by normal annual rainfall of A, that is 110. So like that you can do this and sum up all this and divide by 3 into 1000. So you take this Nx to RHS and the only unknown will be Px. So that is answer 77 mm. Determine the mean precipitation for the rectangular area given below by Thiessen polygon method. The precipitation recorded at the rain gauge stations A, B, C and D are 15 cm, 10 cm, 12 cm and 16 cm. The distance between the rain gauge stations AB is 12 km and AD is 7 km. So it is in the shape of rectangle. Thus is a Thiessen polygon in the shape of rectangle. To find out the Thiessen polygons, you should draw the bisectors through the center of this AB line, BC line, DC line and AD line. So you will get the small triangles inside this big triangle. So let's solve the problem. So this will be like this. So if you draw a bisector through the center of the line joining the two rain gauge stations, it will come like this. So similarly, if you draw the four lines, it will intersect at the center point and four small triangles will be formed. So the area of one triangle will be 12 by 2, that is 6, into 7 by 2, that is 3.5. So 6 into 3.5 will be the area of one triangle. So like that you have four triangles. So as per Thiessen polygon, the formula is P1A1 divided plus P2A2 plus P3A3 divided by sigma A. So first triangle is 21, area of the triangle is 21 into the precipitation of station A is 15 plus 10 into 21. So the area of this 4 triangle is 21 divided by sum of all the area will give you the average precipitation, that is 13.25. A rain gauge recorded the following accumulated rainfall during a storm. Plot a hydrograph for the given data. So here the time is 7, 7.05, 7:10, 7:15, 7:20. So every 5 minutes you are taking the rainfall reading. So you are taking accumulated rainfall reading as 0, 2, 3, 7, 12, 19, 20. You are asked to plot a hydrograph. For the hydrograph you need rainfall intensity, that is mm per hour. So you draw a first column for time, second column for accumulated rainfall, and the third column is to find out the rainfall happened in every 5 minutes. So we know the accumulated rainfall. So to get the rainfall in mm, you should subtract the previous reading from the present reading. That is 2 minus 0, that is 2, 3 minus 2, that is 1, 7 minus 3, that is 4, 12 minus 7, that is 5, 19 minus 12, that is 7, 20 minus 19, that is 1. So this is the rainfall that happened in every 5 minutes. And to convert that to in mm per hour, you divide this with hour. So every 5 minutes you have 2 mm, means every 24 hour means 1 hour, that is 60 minutes will be having 24 mm. So that is the rainfall intensity. So 5 minutes is converted to 1 hour. So like that you can find out the rainfall intensity at every 5 minutes. And you draw the hydrograph like this. First 5 minutes the intensity was close to this reading, and next 5 minutes. So this is how the hydrograph will look like. Okay. So this is the reading as in mm per hour. A station A was inoperative while station B, C, D, E are registered this rainfall as 80 mm, 70 mm, 83 mm, 79 mm respectively, and the coordinate of B, C, D, E are given. Estimate the storm precipitation by inverse distance method. So for the inverse distance method, we are finding out the hypotenuse with x and y ordinates. To find out that, we need x square y square, which is 7 and 6 for the station AB. Okay, so for the distance AB, the ordinates required is 7 and 6. Okay, so that is 7 square plus 6 square will give you root of 85. So like that we can find out the distance of all the stations from your particular station A. So the station A is unknown. So with respect to station A, the distance to station B is root of 85, and the distance from A to C is root of 164. From station A to D is 146. From station A to E is root of 150. Here we are assuming the ordinate of A as 0, 0, and the ordinate of others are given, and the weightage inversely depends upon the distance. So weightage of B is equal to 1 by D square. If you increase the distance, the weightage decreases. If the distance is less, weightage increases. Okay, so like that find out the weightage. W is equal to 1 by DAB square, that is 1 by 85. So like that you will get, and the inverse distance method, the formula is sigma into P1 W1 by sigma W1, and that is P1. First precipitation value is 80 mm. So 80 into 1 by 85 plus 70 into 1 by 64 plus 83 into 1 by 46, like that divided by sum of all the weightages will give you 78.06 centimeter. Thank you.